Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin do a whole tell-all with Vogue, and they spill a lot of tea about their personal lives. Plus, in a completely opposite story, Justin and Hailey are divorcing over Selena Gomez, according to a new report. Hey guys, it's Allie with your now bi-monthly Bieber, I guess, because he and Hailey just did an incredible interview with Vogue. Also, we can't show the photos, but they are phenomenal. But to the T, in the article, Justin talks about taking a week-long intensive group therapy retreat called the Hoffman Process and how uncomfortable some of the exercises made him. He reveals one of them is basically a seance in which they light candles, he sits on a mat and beats up a pillow to vent out issues from his past, like his mom's depression and his dad's temper. Hailey also reveals their marriage in general, is very hard. The writer also reveals Justin made it known that he's very vulnerable at the moment in his life and that he's super nervous about the whole interview process. He also talks about the Purpose Tour, saying, quote, "I got really depressed on tour. I haven't talked about this and I'm still processing so much stuff that I haven't talked about. I was lonely. I needed some time." He goes on to talk about being interviewed and his trust issues, saying, "I've struggled with the feeling that people are using me or aren't really there for me and that writers are looking to get something out of me and then use it against me. One of the big things for me is trusting myself. I've made some bad decisions personally and in relationships. Those mistakes have affected my confidence in my judgment. It's been difficult for me even to trust Hailey. We've been working through stuff and it's great." Hailey also reveals she was never obsessed with Justin or necessarily a believer when they first met. She even claims they were friends for a very long time before they even dated. However, when they did date, their breakup was so dramatic that if they ran into each other at events, one of them would immediately walk out. This is like out of a movie. There's even a quote from Justin that I swear must have been from a Nicholas Sparks book, in which he talks about Hailey saying, "I struggle with finding peace. I just feel like I care so much and I want things to be so good and I want people to like me. Hailey's very logical and structured, which I need. I've always wanted security, with my dad being gone sometimes when I was a kid, with being on the road. With the lifestyle I live, everything is so uncertain. I need one that is certain. And that," he picks up her hand, "is my baby boo." Shockingly, Justin also reveals he doesn't consider himself religious.
What?
JB says he's aware that confuses people, but he's more of a believer of the story of Jesus and not into any elitisms or pretentiousness. Justin also goes over his Xanax abuse and that he believes he started it because he was so ashamed of parts of his social life and being, quote, super promiscuous. The abuse got so bad, his security would walk in his room at night and check his pulse. Adding to this, Justin reveals he basically had a sex addiction but committed himself to being celibate about a year ago. He also admits to doing the courthouse marriage in order to end that celibacy. The two also reveal they're bickering a lot and that marriage is tough, but they're very committed to each other and helping each other grow. I'm really happy they're working things out, but they've only been together for 9 months, so I don't really know what they're arguing about. Shouldn't they still be in the honeymoon stage? Well, that brings me to our next story, Jaylee's divorce.
Nah. I don't believe it.
Yeah, OK Magazine's reporting that Justin and Hailey are divorcing because they realized marriage is too tough and that JB met up with Selena behind Hailey's back to check up on her. Hailey was apparently upset over this, and the lack of communication was the final straw. Oh, hey, what's up? Oh, got it. That was Chief. He called to say this, ain't it? Yeah, so this cover story came out not long after Justin and Hailey were spotted laughing and having the time of their life at Smashburger in Clifton, New Jersey. So yeah, that rumor is super debunked at the moment. But alright guys, for now, hit the sub, like, and bell button for all the latest news on your fave celebs and write me a poem in the comments below. Just kidding, don't do that.